Hazard control is the process of reducing the health and safety risks of hazards to staff. Ideally, hazards are eliminated, but if they can't be, the employer needs to take steps to control their risk. For example, this road trip was deemed too risky. The worker was instructed to park the truck at the shop and fly back from Fort McMurray instead. Hazard control is different from hazard assessment. Hazard assessments inform us of hazards and their relative risk levels. Hazard control, on the other hand, is an employer taking action to mitigate these risks. Hazard assessment and control are both necessary parts of any safety system. Not all steps taken to control hazards are equally effective. Employers must use the most effective controls possible, which are represented by the hierarchy of controls. The most effective way to reduce a hazard's risk is to eliminate the hazard completely. If that's not possible, substituting the hazard for a product, machine, or process that is less likely to cause harm is the next best step. Engineering a solution to prevent people from contacting the hazard comes next, followed by administrative controls where policies and procedures are meant to control behavior to reduce the likelihood of harm. Finally, personal protective equipment, or PPE, is used to keep people safe from hazards by controlling hazards at the point where they would contact someone's body. Controls of different types can be combined to further reduce risks. For example, let's say a driver faces a risk of being struck by a forklift when their truck is being loaded. The driver could wear a reflective vest to make them more visible and reduce the chance of being struck, which is an example of a PPE control. The yard may have a rule that the driver must remain in the cab of their truck during loading, which is an administrative control. The yard operator may require a driver to sit inside a waiting area while the truck is loaded, which completely eliminates the hazard. It's a best practice to combine controls such as using the waiting area, wearing PPE, and having rules in place for working alongside forklifts to keep people safe. The most important part of this core element, from an auditor's perspective, is ensuring there's documentation showing the employer has identified controls for all identified hazards and then implemented these controls. This will be done through a combination of interviews with staff, viewing documents, and observing work sites to see if the employer is taking the action it said it would to protect its staff.